what I think we should do with our training webinars that we're doing.
What's that?
I think we should get a single, because we're going to be doing a lot of live webinar trainings for a while. And so I think we should get a single domain that we redirect to the registration for those as we do them, so that we have a single domain that kind of represents our work together.
Yep.
That we can give out. That way we'll get like rolling opt-ins, and we can give out the same domain every time we want to talk about one of our new webinars.
Okay.
Or trainings. On that note, welcome everyone. Good morning.
Little inside baseball here.
That's
Whatever
right.
that means. I don't know what that means, but I think it means what we were just doing.
That's right. That's right.
Anybody that knows me, like Dan, is probably laughing his ass off. By the way, happy belated birthday on air yesterday to Dan. I did Talmananiac.
I wonder who that is. Maybe that's Matt Gill. Let's see. Let's go inside.
It sounds like a Matt Gill type statement.
It does, but I think it's too early for him to be awake, honestly.
That's funny.
I mean, he's awake in the middle. Oh,
no, it's Rory Stern.
Rory, I want to talk to you, buddy. I have some questions for you, man. I would love to circle back with you. Rory Stern is awesome. Rory, first of all, runs a wildly successful advertising agency today. But he was one of my email marketing and list building students like 15 years ago, like when I first got started doing this stuff. And he ended up taking all of my training. He was in the Black Diamond line. Sorry.
That's funny.
It was a compliment, Rory. I mean, I know that's hard to imagine being called Matt Gill would actually be a compliment, but I did mean it as a compliment in all seriousness.
That's funny.
But do you know Rory?
I know the name. Was he originally in the restaurant business?
No, but Rory actually has his doctorate. He's a PhD, and he was trying for the longest time to really crack the code, marketing to the ADD crowd, the attention deficit disorder crowd, and that just didn't work for him. At the end of the day, he did that for a whole bunch of years, and running an info marketing business to the ADD crowd just. It's really hard. I had a business for that market, and they're very volatile business, very volatile customers. They're very
I see.
Refund rates on info products from ADD people through the freaking roof. Unbelievable. And so then Rory actually worked with me for a while in my company while we were doing the E3 events and the Wealth weekends.
Maybe that's why I know his name.
Yep, and that was really cool. And then Rory ended up going on to.
I think you're right, Rory. Rory Fat, I think, is who I was perhaps thinking about. In the restaurant business.
I see. Very cool. I thought there was some sort of joke there that I didn't understand. It had to do with Matt Gill or something.
No, I believe that's actually his last name.
No, that makes sense.
That makes sense. It's kind of appropriate for the restaurant business.
You know, Rory, I don't know what your situation is, but do you have any desire to slide in and be part of the video conversation right now? Do you have a good internet connection? And I don't know if it, like, I would actually love to get your feedback, like get your thoughts and certainly your hilarity. Do you have any desire to jump in on the live stream with us? If so, let me know. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, dude? I'm just going to give you a guest link, and I'm going to give it to you in Messenger. And if you want to join us, you can. And if it's not appropriate right now, that's totally legit, right? But anything for you, he says. Better watch out, dude. So I'm going to give you the link. And so Rory runs a wildly successful Facebook ad agency. He ended up training very heavily under Jason Hornung, and went on to have his biggest success running this Facebook advertising agency that he's been going full steam in for quite some time. And it's so great to see because, I mean, Rory was in direct response for a long time and like had mediocre success at best. No offense. And then he found a business, and he kept trying, worked with and for other people, kept learning new skills. And then one day, everything fell into place, and like, now you're kicking ass and taking names. So I went ahead and gave you that. I don't know what there's a comment coming in from YouTube. I think is meant to be something about when do I do hypnosis from we got Rory Stern. All right, here he comes. Look at that.
Am I here?
You're here.
What's up, dude? How are you?
Good to see you. Rory's in Florida, Joshua.
Oh yeah.
Hello,
I'm monkey
John.
in the middle
Nice
today.
to officially meet.
Nice to meet you as well, Rory. What part of you in Tampa? Or?
Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, boy.
Rory's got a serious Disney World fetish going on. I'm sure it goes far deeper than even like it shows publicly on Facebook. I'm sure there's all sorts of bizarre things going on behind the scenes. How are you doing, Rory?
I'm fantastic, buddy. How are you?
Good, good. What's the best thing going on in your life right now?
I'm here with you. Are you kidding me?
Come on. Of course. Other than me. I mean, everyone would answer, but like other than me, what's the best thing going on in your life?
You know, we've 2020, despite the chaos in the world, right, has been spectacular for us, business-wise, client-wise, personal growth-wise. It's just an awesome year. Really, really cool.
Awesome. And are you guys still mostly doing client work?
Yes, we are mostly.
Nice eye roll, by the way. Nice eye roll.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a sore point because, you know, you mentioned I'd been studying with you 15 years ago. I'm a pretty decent direct response marketer, and I don't really have a list. Like, how stupid is that? Like, I'm an idiot.
But at least you're a really smart idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're a smart and a successful idiot. So you've got two things going for you.
I do. Yeah. I do.
How big's your team right now?
10 or 12, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, we're rebuilding.
And I know you've had a bit of a roller coaster. You've tried some things and expanded and contracted and expanded and contracted and then trying some different stuff. So you mostly are running Facebook ads, right?
Well, I mean, that's all I do, but the team runs on Google as well.
Yep. And in your experience, you've been running ads for how many years have you had your agency?
7. My agency, 4.5.
Yeah. But you've been working with agencies for like in or for or with?
7 or 8, yeah.
Yep. And at this point, how important is it to your clients when you run a Facebook ad? How important is it for your clients overall to drive to a page where they build their email list early on in the process?
Great question.
Like, are most people driving to squeeze pages these days, or are you finding most of your clients are driving to offers or something else?
You know, it's mixed bag. My initial thought was probably 50-50, but I was really trying to go in my head through the clients. You know, lead gen is important. I think one way to tell you this is, you know, over the years, and this is something, you know, we always test. We even tested it at my e-commerce business with Kyle and Mike. You know, we were driving to, let's call it a free plus shipping funnel. And we went with opt-in, and the people that bought. So we're like, all right, let's just remove the opt-in form and see if anything changes, right? Because we were following up with people and they weren't buying.
Right.
It stayed the same. So we tend to test that a lot, and we tend to come back to the same place with our clients. In fact, I think 2 clients in the last year were like, honestly, if I'm going to be paying the same amount of money and the buyers are going to buy and the non-buyers aren't, I'd rather at least have the email so I can do something with them.
That's right. Very cool.
In fact,
that's also assuming driving to a low ticket front end.
Yeah, I think for the most part.
Right. So even if you're acquiring your email list through low cost buyers, and that's how you're building your list, one way or the other, people are still building their list. So do you work with anybody that doesn't do email marketing as a significant part of their business?
Probably a couple of our e-com clients.
Rory, are you finding people that when you made that offer, and it was the people, whether they were opting in or not, the buyers were the buyers, was it direct, or did you do any kind of sequential ad process? I mean, was it like one ad and then directly over to the offer, or was it okay?
Yeah. So it was ad to landing page. They had to opt in to get to the checkout page. The buyers were the ones that opted in and bought. The non-buyers, of course, we had them set up on a delay. So if they didn't buy within, say, 2 hours, they got their first email. Hey, you left something in your cart. We had a 4 or 5 day follow-up sequence, discounts, everything, and they never bought via email. We did do some ad retargeting, of course, and we got some buyers, but it, cost.
What were you retargeting based on? And was there some sort of a campaign on Facebook separate from whatever you were doing via email? To get them interested in, so like a education or
the retargeting ad I'm talking about would specifically go to anybody that didn't buy. So they either hit the sales page and didn't buy, or they opted in and didn't buy. We would retarget them with ads as well, because I'll share one thing you may or may not be getting to, is that we've found over the years, if somebody buys on Facebook, that tends to be their preferred modality. So you're kind of dumb if you don't retarget them with ads on multiple levels, right? Like if they're non-buyers, hit them on Facebook. If they're Facebook buyers, get them on Facebook. Of course, you want to email them because email is so great, but with email rates, I don't even know where they are anymore, but just figure 20%, 15%, you're missing out on a big part of your audience that will buy from you.
Yeah, that's one of the most interesting things, right? Is the additional channels and the level of ability to really tune in and target exactly the types of people you want to connect with on these multiple channels. Facebook is a powerful engine for that, and there are so many different options. It's not my area of specialty by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, guys, we're doing a nice email marketing masterclass tomorrow. We're doing kind of a group Zoom call, and if you all are interested in upping your email marketing game, finding out what's working, what's not, what to do in addition, then I'm going to drop a link to the training right now in at least a few of our live streams. We're pushing to at least 7. We're pushing to at least 7 different places right now, and I see Joshua, you've been dropping those in there too. So we have a email marketing masterclass happening tomorrow evening. So if you'd like to join us for that, go ahead and click on the link. We're going to be talking about the right ways and the wrong ways to build email lists in 2020. So would love to see you there. Please join if you would like to attend. Rory, overall, you have been in the game for a long time. How important is email marketing in the greater internet marketing world?
10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. I mean, it's the cornerstone of everything we do, right?
So when are you going to start building that list?
Yesterday?
There's a really good webinar I heard that's going on tomorrow where you could really tune this in and up your game with 2 really smart guys that are doing a presentation on email marketing. I think somebody might have just dropped a link in the comments.
I'll have to sign up for that. The interesting thing here is I can kind of plug this and be like, I don't technically need to go to this webinar because I have studied directly under you for 15 years.
You know what? So, this is good.
I'm like a grandfather now, huh?
Well, hold on, Tellman. Hold on, I'm getting there.
I'll hold on.
So the good news is, while I don't necessarily need to be there, I will register, I will attend, and I can say that if there's one man I want to learn email marketing from, it is Tellman. Joshua, I've heard nothing but great things about you from Tellman, but I don't have firsthand experience. But if you're here with him, I can say great things about you. So people who are watching this should sign up. They should learn from Tellman.
So this is funny.
Thank you, Rory, by the way.
What's the smartest thing or the most impactful thing that you've that you learned from me?
Ooh.
I mean, way to be self-aggrandizing. But seriously, like, is there? I'm curious. I've never asked you that question. I don't think.
Enough about you. Let's talk about me. How do you like me?
But seriously,
dude, what
helped?
Like, I really don't know. Like, how, like it's one of those things. Like, how do I pick that apart? Let's back up. So when I went to work for you the first time, I took
with me.
Okay, with you, fine. when I worked with you, it was you gave a great intro of I was working in the ADHD business. I had mediocre success. It was really hard to break through. I wasn't making a lot of money. I got offered this position, and I was like, it's not getting paid worth much of anything, right? Like, I was definitely not getting paid well. And I looked at it and said, well, at least I'll be getting paid to work directly under or with one of the best minds in the game. So it was one of those priceless opportunities, and I don't know how to pull apart.
And you were already an existing customer and client, right? Yeah. So like we had already done business together. You had already learned stuff from me. So the foundation was already set there.
I'm trying, like, for some reason, I'm having a flash of a conversation you and I had. We were driving a van in Connecticut.
For E3, probably.
Right. It would have been for E3. I think we were there before everybody else. I don't remember, of course, what we had. I mean, it's just like what we were talking about. I can't remember all those things, but just huge golden nuggets after golden nuggets after golden nuggets. You know, you were one of my first like legit mentors, sort of beyond just attending a webinar. Yeah, so I don't know, man, but I mean, priceless knowledge, and no way to hone it down to one thing.
Fair enough. Well, I'm really happy to see your agency going strong and that things are going well in that direction. And I would love to catch up and talk more. And I don't know how good you are at reviving lost Facebook ad accounts, but if you're good at that, then maybe you and Joshua should have a conversation.
I'm very good at it. We have a pretty decent record. The issue boils down to, why did you get slapped? Who did you piss off? The good news is, I can tell you and everybody listening without a doubt, if you lost an ad account on Facebook, it is not the end of the world. You can start a new one. There are ways that you have to do it. Don't just go start a new one, but you can be up and running in 5 minutes and not have the same problems. We've done that time and time again. In fact, we were consulting with and running ads for, let's gloat a little bit, probably the largest direct response company in the world, that did a little bit over $1 billion in sales last year. And they thought, as a company, they were completely kicked off of Facebook. We got them back in 10 minutes.
Nice.
And it did not involve reviving a dead business manager or ad account. It's literally, you need to know what to do.
Rory, if you want to build an email list,
yes, sir,
I would work with you on this. It would be so easy. You don't need my help, but I would still work with you on it. If you just do a training on how to do this,
you're
going to
have
get
so
super
many
qualified people.
I may have started an info product called, how to get your ad account back.
Yeah, how to get get your Facebook ad account unbanned or something.
I think it's called the disabled ad account toolkit, and it has scripts.
Dude, you should do a webinar. You should do a webinar on this,
step by step, on how to set up new stuff and not get slapped.
Yeah, dude, let's do a webinar on it, and we'll just see what happens. I bet people will go bananas.
I would love to do a webinar on that. I would love to build an email list, and while you said I may not need your help, it would be fun to have your help, because I remember oodles and oodles of fun working with the Tellman.
Great, let's do it. It'll be great. Right. Hey, and for anybody watching, I don't know, is the idea of doing a training, attending a training on how to get your Facebook account unbanned, if you got your ad account banned, Is that interesting to anybody? I don't know if I don't know if it's going to be interesting to the people that are following us right now or not. But the greater marketing community, without a shadow of a doubt,
Yeah,
I think it would be a winner.
First off, is it you go by Joshua or Josh?
Either.
What do you prefer?
All
right, Joshua. Hellman, please make an introduction on Facebook or via email to Joshua and myself.
Yeah.
And if I can provide you any help at all with your ad account, your business manager, whatever it is, I'd be more than happy to.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me just put my own 2 cents in. You could build a killer client list in a heartbeat doing this approach, because anybody that's doing anything at any length of time on Facebook, I mean, I've gone through it for myself, for clients, and was able to get it back, but it was like pulling teeth and going through it to the point where it's like, oh my God. And so anybody that's doing anything for any length of time, especially in this day and age where, they've got all the AIs that are just, going in and any kind of like keyword that sets them off, and they're automatically banning the account.
Yep.
And so what I'm getting at is that anybody that, first of all, anybody that's doing anything or started to do anything or want to do anything already knows that they need to have that information. And I think they're predisposed to want to get in your good graces to hear about it. And, from there, whether you do a product or a training type, coaching type product, or you just use it to filter up to the people that, need help running their business with the agency, you could, huge, because you're getting.
It's so interesting we're having this conversation. If we go back to sort of that eye roll, Tellman, that you caught when you said, are you just doing services still? Yeah. It's like, so I've got this toolkit on how to get your ad accounts back or how to set up a new one without getting in trouble. Joshua, what you're talking about, I've had outlined for 3.5 years.
Yes.
3.5 years of flagship training on how to write compliant ad copy.
Right.
And it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, as a service provider, as the agency owner, most of my time is spent taking care of our clients.
Right.
That's the priority. So everything gets shelved, and it's frustrating because I know we could help so many more people, because there are a lot of clueless people out there teaching the wrong stuff. It's funny. I got an email from I want to say it was Rich Sheffrin's publisher at Agora. Was like, yeah, I was teaching my copywriting students to just load up their ad account with before and after pictures, and all of a sudden they're getting pissed at me because I got their ad accounts banned. And I'm just like, yeah, because you didn't read the damn policy guide that says no before and after photos. Like, it's crystal clear. And no disrespect to Agora or Rich.
Well, it just goes to show you that anybody can get caught out there, no matter how veteran or experienced that they might be. I mean, I made a rookie mistake, and I knew it the second that I did it, and I didn't even think, like, it didn't even occur to me that it was a problem until I said, "Oh shit!"
Can we call you out?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, what I did was without thinking about it, I had a redirect link where I built in the UTM codes so that I didn't have to, have it all built into the Facebook ads. Okay. And I had it as a redirect, a shortener. And well, obviously it's a problem because I can then change the landing page at any point in time. And I was just starting to get like phenomenal traction on my campaigns. And I mean, rookie mistake. And I've been doing it, pretty successfully for about 9 years now.
Yeah. I seem to remember being a part of some of that with another company, not paid ads, but another platform where you had to submit your landing page and get reviewed. And then we'd get reviewed and we would swap out to a much more aggressive landing page. I vaguely remember that, Tellman.
I vaguely remember that too, but I just don't remember what the situation was.
The initial CF?
No, CB.
Oh, that's what I meant. I didn't mean
right,
deaf. I meant being.
right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. To get approval on a sales letter. Yeah. No, that's totally true. We totally used to do that all the time. Little loophole.
That in the VSLs
God,
before they.
I miss those days. That was a good team.
Yeah, it's true.
Despite some of the nuances, that was a damn fun team.
It's true.
We did that when we relaunched IFL for a short time.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Susan, it is great to see you, by the way. Thank you for all the commentary. All right, guys. Well, the long and short of it is, Rory, yeah, dude, if you did actually, here's a question. Is there any possible way you could ever get away with running Facebook ads to a webinar on how to get your banned Facebook ad account unbanned? Is there any way you can think of that you'd be able to get away with that?
Of course I could.
I like that attitude.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, it's funny. One of the things, again, on my long to-do list of shit is I have the outline of an advertorial, and the headline for the advertorial and the Facebook ad headline is, yes, you can use you and your in your Facebook ad copy. Because so many people think you can't, and you can. You just have to know how to do it. You have to know what Facebook wants.
Can you use the word Facebook in your ad copy?
Yes, you can, and you can do it without a TM. You can do it without a circle and R. There's so much
you could do another thing, like a special report / webinar called 101 Ways to Get Your Facebook Ad Account Banned. And just like really simplify it and go through them all on the webinar. Like, I'm going to tell you 101 different stupid ways you're going to accidentally get your account banned, so at least you'll have them in your head the next time you're thinking about it.
Well,
and make a big joke about it. Maybe one of these or multiple of these have happened to you. And then you follow up with, and here's how to get it unbanned, right? And then now you can not only can you sell your toolkit, but you can also I don't know what you would charge, $1,000 maybe. Say, hey, I guarantee that I'll get you a new Facebook ad account. I'll do all the work. What?
No guarantees of that. But what's funny, I like the 101 ways to get your Facebook ad account banned. I actually do have a report coming out soon that is I've basically taken screenshots of all the non-compliant ads that I've seen in my newsfeed for the last 7 days. That basically said, don't do this. Here's why you don't do it. And here's the effing policy that you're violating. Congratulations, you're an idiot. Here's your product.
And here's your sign.
Here's your sign. And what's funny is, my favorite of these ads are the gurus who are teaching you how to run ads.
God.
That's the fun thing. Like, I wanted to do a report like 3 or 4 years ago when the hottest thing was start a Facebook agency, and you've got all these people who are now running ads. I'll run your ads for you. I just wanted to run an ad that was like, here's what to look for to, how to know whether you should avoid this agency or not, because this one's not compliant and that one's not compliant.
It's so funny, Rory. Back in, I think it was 2010, maybe it was 11, I forget. I developed a website called Suck It Liars, and it was all about how to sift through all the bullshit out there and how to find, legitimate people to follow. And, it was almost like rehab therapy for me, because I was so pissed off with all the fake blogs and vlogs and all that, bullshit. Anyway, sorry.
Dude, I get it. Tellman's been doing this longer than me. I believe you've been around just as long, if not a little longer than Tellman.
Several years longer.
A bit.
Several years longer.
Okay. So, I get it. Like, hell, what does it take? 5 years? Maybe less if you take the blinders off and figure out what you're doing to realize that there's a bunch of bullshit liars who just want to take your money from you.
Yeah.
Creating products on shit that doesn't need to create a product on because it's all the new buzz. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. All
My
right.
favorite was when somebody would take NPOD and want to redo NPOD and make that their focus when they hadn't had any success whatsoever in any category prior to that.
Yeah.
It just was like...
Well, and the interesting thing about that is, obnoxious and annoying as it is, what happens is you realize that it's human nature, is that people get inspired and they want to jump in and play follow the leader because they don't want to put their neck out and like have to deal with all the problems. And so I don't think it usually doesn't start from a malicious standpoint, I don't think, but left unchecked, people just end up going around and duping other people, and then it just
in some cases it's not malicious. In some cases it's outright just
without a doubt.
But I think the problem is when you see somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, particularly in the marketing arena, or look at what Agora does and how they do it, and it would be easy to assume that it's easy. And,
right.
That you're getting into a category where you got to have real chops to survive. Whereas you could make much better headway moving in an area that you have some experience in that hasn't learned yet how to market like this, and, create a business model around that.
Yep.
I agree. Yep. I agree. All right. All right, guys. Well, if you want to be a business model the right way, if you want to build an audience and a platform, you want to build an email list, and you want to grow your existing business or to build a new business online using the power of email, then definitely join us for the training we have coming up tomorrow night. We're doing the Email Marketing Masterclass. We dropped the link into the comments, and we would love to see you there if you're interested.
What time's the class, Tellman? I know it's in the comments, but work with me here. What time is the class?
It's at 7 Eastern.
At night?
Eastern, yeah.
It is.
And tomorrow is Thursday?
The 6th.
I have nothing on my calendar. I will be signing up and I will attend. No doubt. Yeah. Just even if I seriously, just to be in your space again, because on this call, I'm being reminded of just how much fun it is to have conversations with Tellman. Joshua, it's great talking to you as well. Don't take that wrong. But as I said earlier, I looked at working with Tellman as kind of like an internship / apprentice. $20 an hour to get paid to work with one of the greatest minds, and he does not disappoint ever.
Well, ever, Rory. Ever. You know what? I know a few people that would disagree with that statement, but I'll take it. I will take it.
Listen, I had my moments where I disagreed with that statement, but what stands the test of time is I've made a lot of money because of you. I've learned a ton about marketing because of you. We've been through hell and back again together.
It's true. It's true.
So
awesome. Well, thank you for the kind words, Rory. That's really great.
I feel like you should be in the middle here, Rory, and so that you can kiss Tellman directly and not have me interfere with this love fest.
Wow, look at that.
What happens when I don't get to talk to Tellman for all the
that's on our private channel, Joshua. That's on our private members only channel.
Yeah, but I don't need to be a part of it either. I mean, I'm okay to bow out.
Sure you are. All right, everybody.
Toes,
All right, so I'm signed up. Thank you for that. Joshua, to show you some love and appreciation, you're obviously on this webinar as well.
I'm sorry?
You're on the webinar too?
Yeah, I might make a guest appearance here or there.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I get notifications every day of the two of you doing these.
That's true.
So I will see you both on the webinar, and I look forward to it.
Likewise, Rory.
All right, guys.
I sent you a direct message, by the way, Rory.
Yes, sir. I got it, and I replied.
Oh, well, then you're ahead of me.
We're on our way, folks.
Johnny on the spot. Boom.
Thank you.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, bye, everybody. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.